Most respected Dr. Karan Singh ji, Shri S.K. Mishra ji, Shri Suresh Goyal, my friend Lady Shruti Rana ji, scholars and intellectuals from India and abroad, distinguished guests, friends from the media, dear children, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really very happy to be here at this great initiative started by Shruti Foundation and more particularly by Shruti herself. When she spoke to me about this Congress, I was struck by the passion which she brought to the subject. You have many distinguished trustees of this foundation. I'm sure they're going to lend their experience to this. But it's the drive and dynamism of Shruti that is actually taking this forward. My compliments to you. As Herbert Spencer has put it, education has for its object the formation of character. The theme of this conference, Education Culture for Organic Progress, brings center stage discussion the very purpose, content, and method of what is being imparted as education. I understand that the delegates will contemplate on important issues relating to cultural contexts, natural knowledge, and education as a tool for self-development, leadership, sustainable progress, and human empowerment. As Joseph Addison said, what sculpture is to a block of marble, education is to a human soul. As students of education culture, it entails upon all of us a detailed inquiry into all factors that influence and impact the integration of objectives, processes, and outcomes of education. This includes the socio-economic context, pedagogical trends, evolutionary context of a given society, its own heritage and culture, and the juxtapositioning of its heritage vis-a-vis modernity. When I say modernity, I include technology, value systems, and multicultural contexts. It is indeed a daunting challenge to be able to synchronize and synthesize thoughts and trends on all the above issues and come up with recommendations as this conference is attempting to do. I must congratulate the organizers for their efforts in fostering assimilation of traditional culture and knowledge systems for their fruitful utilization in the modern world. More often than not, we are now deploying our traditional knowledge to salvage the rather difficult situations caused by the onslaught of modernity, whether it is the use of yoga, gurukuls, Guru Shishya Parampara, or even simple techniques of meditation for enhancing holistic outcomes. Friends, some of you must be aware there are several organizations under our Ministry of Culture that have valuable resources in this regard. The Central University of Tibetan Studies at Sarnath is a treasure trove of Tibetan and Buddhist learning and healing systems, and I'm told that Lady Shruti Rana has been in touch with them for interlocuting with the Western world in this regard. The Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalaya at Bhopal has a huge collection of works on traditional knowledge systems and we have a definite program to intensify research and collection in this area. In fact, the main purpose of setting up this Museum of Mankind was to emphasize on traditional living systems and the relation between man and his ecology. A vast corpus of literature has been compiled, and I would urge upon the Congress to make good use of the work that has already been done. The Anthropological Survey of India, yet another institution under our ministry, is India's premier institution that has engaged itself in compiling material on natural life patterns and indigenous knowledge systems. There are detailed studies on how the intrinsic wisdom of man has been of great benefit to the community through the centuries and millennia. When we refer to natural ways of learning, we mean both the pedagogic methodology as well as the content. As we celebrate the 150th birth anniversary of Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, we are reminded of his efforts to deconstruct the structured rigidity of classrooms and take the young ones out to a more open, flexible, and natural ambience. His aim was to teach amidst the beauty of nature. However, we must acknowledge our children have traveled a long way since we brought them out into the open. Children have perhaps now moved away from learning from nature. Digital technology has made rapid strides over the last few decades. Today, children have greater access to more exciting forms of communication and knowledge. Sadhana, or dedicated practice, has given way to answers at the click of a button. This instant recipe approach is both a lesson and a concern. A lesson because unless we factor in this development and tune our approach accordingly, I'm afraid we may not be able to make much progress in transmitting knowledge to the coming generation. It is a concern, and a very serious one, because it takes away from our teaching system concentrated pursuit and the training of mind power. It is imperative to teach each child the infinite power of the mind and the energy within. It is a challenge for all the educationists here on how to blend this aspect into active pedagogy of the modern context. John Adams said that there are two educations. One should teach us how to make a living, and the other how to live. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's world, imparting life skills assumes far more relevance than imparting degrees in technical sciences or managerial abilities to head million-dollar companies. By all means, let us teach our children how to make a living, but more importantly, let us also teach them how to live. We must impart to each child the inner spirit and confidence to manage herself or himself. Education should mold each human being to conduct themselves with dignity, honor, and propriety. Value education supersedes every other instruction. Tolerance, empathy, and sensitivity must be intrinsic to personality development. The objective of education must be to replace an empty mind with an open one. And I would like to end with a Sanskrit quote that encompasses the true objective of education. Vidya dadati vinayam vinayat yati patratam patratatvat dhanam apnoti dhanat dharmam tata sukhatah. Sukham. Education makes a man humble. Humility makes one worthy. A worthy person earns wealth. Through wealth, one accomplishes dharma. And through dharma, one attains bliss. Thank you very much. My best wishes to Shruti and the foundation for